Okay, I'm going to explain why I don't consider myself a cultural Christian. So, for a while, I considered myself to be culturally Christian, and the reason I recently changed my mind on that was because I don't agree with Christians on a lot of different things when it really comes down to it, and that there are plenty of atheists out there who are culturally Christian who I still disagree with on issues. And it seems that whenever an atheist says that they're culturally Christian to a Christian person, they say that it's not enough pretty much and kind of want to convert them there on the spot, whether it's a couple times I've seen on the Daily Wire or it is anything else going on that I've seen on the internet. So, who are some people that are culturally Christian that are atheists? Well, there's Richard Spencer, who's said that he's culturally Christian. He grew up in the church. He's got a lot of Christian friends, and there's a lot of Christians in the alt-right. Douglas Murray is an atheist who's culturally Christian, even though he is gay, which he hasn't really talked about very much. Stefan Molyneux is culturally Christian and an atheist. And I recently learned that Richard Dawkins, oddly enough, has called himself culturally Christian, which I think is weird given the fact that he's written The God Delusion. And only really smart British atheists I've heard of to consider to call himself culturally Christian. You know, Hitchens never would have said that, and Sam Harris never would have called himself that either. So it's kind of weird that Dawkins does. But yeah, there's a lot of obvious things I disagree with Christians on. So obviously, there's the homosexuality thing. They tend to say that it's a sin or whatever, or some say it's immoral, some don't. Personally, I don't see it being moral or immoral. It's a sexual orientation. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't affect anybody else's life on the long term. Okay, when it comes to gay marriage and stuff, there's things about cakes and things like that. Aside from that, it doesn't really have much of an effect on people. There's been a lot of things I've read about Christianity and leftism, and there are a lot of Christians who used to actually burn books and stuff like that. Talking about recent things, so I don't want to get all caught up in the past. There have been Christians who have said really stupid things too, that have been like really anti-video game or anti-horror movies and things like that. I'm talking about Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire, who I don't like at all. And he's said a lot of bad things about homosexuality and pretty much said that and pedophiles are the same thing, to be honest. That's basically what he said. And it's fucking disgusting. You would never say that about heterosexuals and things like that. Anyways, he's a terrible thing of what Christians should be. But he's still an author and he still works there and everything, and I don't agree with him on pretty much anything. And he's claimed that violent video games cause real life violence, and same with horror movies and all this bullshit. There's no evidence for that. It's all feelings based. So that's one guy. Let's see, what else is there? Trans issues. I haven't spoken a whole lot about that on here, but I do support trans rights, just not the leftist trans rights things they're pushing for. I would want actual trans rights, where they have equal employment and a lot of, basic things that everybody else has. So that's pretty much it on the trans issues. I believe in evolution, obviously. It's been a proven fact. There's a lot of Christians who still say it's just a theory. They need to, they gotta know what scientists mean when they say theory. They call everything theories. They call gravity a theory. Okay, it's still a fact. We know that gravity is real. We know the Earth is round. We know that evolution is real. I don't think I said this, but Christians tend to be anti-porn too, and I can't really come up with a good reason why somebody shouldn't watch porn or shouldn't pursue it if they want to do that as a lifestyle. Yes, there are different risks and things like that, but nowadays with doctors and stuff, we can get a lot of things done so that it's, I don't know, I wouldn't advise it, but to be so anti it seems really weird. And in a sense, being anti-porn, being anti horror movies or horror TV shows, and being anti-violent video games, it is a part of anti-capitalism, to be honest. That is, if you're against all those things, and it sounds like you do want big government, and that's just really stupid if you're claiming to be right-wing, too. I think that's about everything I got for right now.